All right. So it just took me 5 minutes to set up this camera thing. And I bet you I'm gonna drive and I bet you you're gonna fall. Oh, there's only one way to find out. Yep. Classic. So it is 4:39 a.m. I'm holding you so you don't fall. All right, so this is one of one. I'd put more lighting on me if my car had more, but it doesn't. And it is Monday. It is April 15th, 2024. I am participating in a friend of mine, Zach Prague. I don't even know if I say his last name right. And if you're Zach, if you watch this, I apologize. And basically, it's a content challenge. But what really drove me to this is because of the accountability and the content creation concept, which theoretically is videos like this. No fancy edits, no fancy cuts. I mean, I have a little ideas on how I can spice it up a little, which, again, the way I'm making this, I don't know how I'm gonna, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be a no cut video, but I did take pieces of like this morning before I got in my car. So if I talk about it when I'm at my office or later in the day, I can like cut to that clip. But it's nothing crazy. It's literally me holding my phone, or if I staged it. So see, like, that's the reality, and that's what I'm gonna call it, the reality. So I got up at 4. Again, I'm probably gonna repeat my morning routine, but I'm driving to my private office right now. So I have my fitness studio, but I actually have a private office that I rent out, which I call my lair, which is, it's not anything pretty. It's a room with 0 windows, and the lights actually don't turn on until 7:14, not 7 a.m., 7:14 a.m. So I sit there with lamps and get a lot of my deep work done. So you'll see there's a lot of consistency in my schedule. You'll see there's a lot of boring stuff that goes on. But overall, I think this is pretty cool. I think what drove me to, honestly, so I guess every time I turn I have to lean and hold this thing. But what really drove me to this content stuff is I know how valuable content is, but anytime I made content on my like Instagram or TikTok, it was never, honestly, I don't want to say it's never me, but so to give you my content story, the first 20 minutes of holy shit, I'm still waking up, people. I haven't drank my coffee, I haven't had any nicotine. Nicotine's actually good for you, so don't judge me. But basically, in 2020 during COVID, I started posting on TikTok about nutrition, and it really caught wind. because I am a nutritionist, but I think I also just understand the psychological part of nutrition. And I started gaining a pretty good audience. I gained like 80,000 followers. I gained like 80,000 followers. I don't know the timeline, but it was a couple months. It wasn't anything dramatic, and 80,000 isn't anything crazy, let's just be honest. And first of all, people rip people apart about nutrition. And I was even starting just to try to say things that were more clickbaity, and I would get a lot of hate on it and whatever. Honestly, it did kind of bother me because I'm keeping this real. So it wasn't bothering me that people were hating on me or calling me like wrong. Honestly, what I just stopped because I didn't care enough. I don't care enough about nutrition. That's not my true obsession. Like, that's not my thing. So I stopped. I said, fuck it, I don't care. And honestly, like, I had, right towards the end, I started really racking in like the ability to like create money from it because I had my own supplement line and people were asking about it. Like, I could literally go through my Instagram messages from the last couple of years and you'll literally see people like, what are the supplements? What are the supplements? What are the supplements? Like, which are pretty easy transactions at that point, but I just didn't care enough. And then I took a break from posting, and then last year, like, again, I know how valuable content is, and I was like, this is it. I hired a full-time, I found a editor from Croatia. Shout out to his name's Lovro. Sickest name, Lovro. Convinced him to quit his full-time job and get into content creating because he had such awesome work, and it was like the Hermosi style reels. So I was like, I'll make the long form, you create the short form, I'll pay you X amount of video. And I was like, I'm gonna make 14 clips a week, 7 for my personal, 7 for my gym. Like, I was like so ready to do that. And this time, my personal, I was talking about business, and then the gym was for like fitness, physical stuff. So the gym stuff died off real quick because we learned that lesson from TikTok. And then for my personal, I love talking about business, but I also believe that, you know, you got to have the credentials and the truth behind like what you've built in order to talk about business. And also too, I just felt like I was copying I was following the trend, I think, you know what I mean, as far as like the short form videos and the reels and the way it cuts and whatever. And like, again, I just didn't feel like it was me. So I was like, all right, fuck this. And I just stopped, which was fine. Honestly, I wasn't even mad about it. I have no regrets. And last year, you know, I think after I kind of stopped that early on in the year, I mean, I was able to really dial in and focus, which it was that season. I mean, it's still that season for me. But my gym was able to grow by 300%, and you know, awesome things happened, and I didn't create content, you know. So I believe content isn't everything, but I also do believe in that, you know, documenting your journey and things like that are important. I truly believe that I will be very successful. It's even weird saying it out loud, but it is true. I believe, you know, I know I will do everything that is required to reach a high level of success. And I will do that till the death of me. And if I can have a documentation of it, on the good days, the bad days, the ugly days, the stressful days, the days that are just like fucking suck, and I can just kind of show the reality of everything, that, you know, it's not a glorified lifestyle. There's a lot of boring stuff to it. You know, maybe there's a handful of people out there that could get value out of it and see that, hey, business isn't for me, right? Maybe starting a business is not something I want to do. Maybe I can become a number 2 or number 3, which is stuff like Gary Vee like preaches to people. And I think a lot of business owners are like, say that a lot, like behind the scenes. They're like some people realize this stuff's glorified, like owning a business or whatever. And there are its cons, but there's a high level of risk and a high level of stress to follow it. And honestly, I don't think many people can handle that. And a lot of people that are successful are people who aren't great, who aren't great in school. And I think part of that too is they have the ability to handle adversity when it comes to things not going their way, right? Not getting a good grade, not always, getting what they want. And when you just get your ass kicked so much, it kind of just like, you just get used to it, you get numb. But all right, so I don't, again, my biggest thing is I don't want this stuff to take a time away from my actual work. So I'm going to show you in a second the private office I rent out. I'm usually the first one here. It's 4:50 a.m. And you'll experience that through the palm of my hand. So I'll see you in my office. So I didn't even take this off the stand thing I'm using, so it looks like I'm having a selfie stick. But this is the private office I rent out. So it's a pretty big building. Like I said, it's 4:50 in the morning, so I'm the only person here. It's funny though, sometimes there is actually another guy here who owns a Lamborghini Huracan. There are some pretty, I think, successful people who rent out of here. But now I'm gonna open the door, so I literally have to put this down regardless because you get a key. Now you can't see my head. Alright, we're gonna do this one or two ways. Ready? I'm gonna kick it and then try to. All right, we're just gonna hold this. Again, I feel like there's a better way to doing this, but I don't have the equipment. And then it's funny, so then you have to put its code in. I thought you had to put the code in for the longest time, and I always would, and I always felt cool just to find out that this door that you walk through is actually always open. But yeah, this is the private office. Looks a lot fancier. So it's a Regus. So basically, all these doors are offices, and you can pay for a whole one, and then you can actually get community offices. And that's what I have. So I have a community office. So theoretically, if someone were to rent out another desk, I could be working in there with them. So it's like 3 to 1 room, right? Which that sucks. But I lucked out. Vending machine. This is where I get my water. They have an espresso machine and fridge. It's like, literally office. And basically, again, I'm gonna have to put that down. Can't see my face, but it's okay. And I lucked out because it's dark, because there's no lights in here. Someone rents out that desk at the end, but they don't actually use it. This one, I don't think it's rented out. I have no clue. And then, ta-da, there is my desk, which is the one that has the stuff on it. But you will see in a second, I don't have, so that's the only downside is the lights don't turn on until they don't turn on until 7:14 a.m. So I have lamps that might have stolen from other offices, but we'll keep that between us. And then yeah, you got one of my gym clients got that for me. Shout out to Michelle, awesome. And then yeah, this is the lair. This is where the work gets put in. So so for today, what's on the my schedule is It's actually, it's April, so we're second week into April, or third week already? Yeah, third week. Holy crap. Or no, yeah, right? Yes, third week. So we have our quarterly performance reviews. So quarter one, January, February, March. So that January, February, March is Q1. So we have our quarter one-on-one review meetings, right? So I sit down with pretty much my key employees. At this point, it's my leadership team. So it's 4 of them plus my executive assistant that I have. So 5 people or 6, I should say. Because I have 8 people on my team. But there's a few that I don't do it with, 2 or 3 of them I don't do it with because my other leaders do that. And it's a time that we kind of review their personal key KPIs or key performance indicators, because that's how you manage their hear that? That was scary. I still get like spooked when I hear noises like that. But the KPIs, so their performance for the quarter to see, okay, how did they do? It's a great opportunity for me to really praise them, but also give them feedback. And I'm gonna record the actual meetings where what is important being in a leadership position is if they're doing a great job, tell them, communicate that with them, get any feedback from them, ask them where I can do better, how can I support them, if there's anything going on that I should be aware about, it's a very, one-to-one, and then give them feedback on areas they can improve on. And what's tough is, honestly, I have such an amazing team that there isn't, there's no KPI issues right now, versus people are underperforming, but the feedback I give is typically on a very like one-to-one level and little things I see that I want them to focus on and improve on. And we say like coaching up, like I try to coach them up on certain things. So I still get a little nervous about them. I wouldn't say nervous, it's just still newer to me because these meetings happen once a quarter and we just really started this 6 to 9 months ago. So it's still like fresh. And even the format of it, I don't have an exact format, but that's what I'm gonna work on right now. So that's why I like getting here early to my office, is because I take 2 to 3 hours depending on my meeting schedule, and I have time to actually work on what meetings I have or building that system and process and whatever. So yeah, but all right. So now I'm gonna fill my water, which I'll take you there because why not? And then I'll turn this fucking thing off and put into work, which is one of our core values at our company. So at my fitness studio, what the fuck is that? Oh, this is new. Ship anytime postage. Okay, never seen that before. Can I think the other thing too is I can just actually make this higher. Wow, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. This is my girlfriend's. Kind of just stole it from her, to be honest. So it's funny because I actually only fill my water up here. It's never ending. It's actually hot in here today. I'm sweating. I gotta take my sweatshirt off. But like I was saying, one of our core values is put in work, because I've always said I respect the grind. Take this. If someone were to see me holding this, they think I'm like holding a broomstick. But yeah, this is a better view. The classic office. So yeah, if you were to see, there it is again. But drop this down to a level. Actually, I don't like the eye view. Opening this up, turning this down. But, nice. So my fitness studio is called The Trainer Page, and we're a large group training studio. So we run what we call our sweat therapy sessions. Our big thing is we are on a mission to show the mental benefits of working out. So we really try to emphasize, we're a welcoming environment to people who want to experience not only the physical, but we also express the mental benefits of working out, and we really put an emphasis on that through our pretty much everything we do. And we are more we're not like a box gym, right? We're a studio, so we do only large group training sessions. They're more premium pricing, so our average member pays $200 a month, and it's we're really we can handle all levels, but we have the ability to really focus on people that are new to the gym or find the gym really scary or intimidating, things like that. So, with that, that's kind of our company's core purpose, right? We don't have a mission statement; it's more of a core purpose, and then we have 5 core values. So, first is dedicated to the sweat, and then we have OAD, obsessive attention to detail. Shout out to Jeremy and Luis over at the Collective in Arizona for teaching me about that little saying. It's not OCD, it's OAD. And then there's PIW, put in work, which I created that. I just always embrace obviously hard work, the hustle. And then there's extreme ownership. Shout out to Jocko Willing. And then there's always have fun, because what's the point of life without having some fun? Okay, now granted not every moment's fun, but always have fun. And as our head fitness consultant Steph says, and she's being promoted to general manager, we're a gym, right? So people always ask like dress coaches, like, remember we're in a gym here, gotta remember that. So all right, I'm going to get my laptop out and put in work. So I'll give you a rundown after my morning meetings and when I go back home to let my dog meet his girlfriend. So just had 3 quarterly performance review meetings. 7 a.m. was with my head fitness consultant who's being promoted to general manager. So our meeting had to get, it was 45 minutes, but we didn't finish. So we're actually about to hop back on, and she's ready. So I have to make this quick. Hop back on for another 30 minutes and kind of go over some other stuff. We had to talk about additional. Then I had it at 8 with our head trainer. And then I had it with my executive assistant and overall team's assistant. She's over in the Philippines, but she's amazing. And from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. I basically was doing all my prep work for our quarterly meetings, and then some stuff we're doing for interviewing, because we have to hire a part-time salesperson that my head fitness consultant is going to be doing phone interviews with this week. But this is my second meal. I had a protein shake 3 hours ago, and I'm gonna wrap this meeting up, go home, bring my dog to his girlfriend's, and then come right back here. So let me hop on this meeting, and I'll all right, just got done with a workout. I'm literally holding the phone stand so it doesn't fall. It's 4:03. So as far as my workouts, even owning a fitness studio, working out can get very redundant when you're doing it for now going on over 10 years. So this year I took it upon myself to actually hire an accountability coach, paid for a 6-month program. And it's good. I mean, being in the industry and knowing how to, use the back end of the software that even he uses. Someone's calling me, but they can wait. I feel like it could be better, but just the fact that I paid a good sum of money for a 6-month program just kind of holds me accountable. Plus, he sees all my nutrition, and I track most of the workouts in the app. And I don't even know if he looks at it, but regardless, I've been the most consistent I've ever have. But it's strange because I've done 75 hard twice, and because of that, doing 2 workouts a day and eating the way, not following a diet, no cheat meals and stuff, you typically see results a lot faster. But this time, my goal is to actually have a program that I stick to forever. So it's almost been 2 months, and this is the longest and consistent I've been in a long time. Noticeably building muscle, noticeably losing fat. Not as fast as I'm used to, so it's kind of a mental game right now, but I'm getting back into running, meaning I just ran for the first time today, a mile, and oh my God, yikes. But hey, baby, it's a start. So pretty much done for work, pretty much done with work for today. The way I structure my days is like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are for my gym, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays are for my nutrition company. And then Saturdays are typically for both or whatever I gotta get done. And Sundays I just rest. I mean, if I gotta do some work, I will, but I definitely use it as detached time. So time to go home, shower quick, and then I'm actually gonna go check out a new apartment. We're looking for a new apartment right now, something possibly a little bigger, with a washer and dryer. I can afford something a little nicer than what we currently have. I mean, what we now have is really nice, but definitely want the amenities like a washer and dryer and bigger space. So gotta go check that out and then eat some dinner and spend some time with the girl. And I possibly might try to read a little, but if my brain is shut down, I'll just call it a night and probably edit this video. So yeah, got my work in, hit my mile run, did my push, did abs. I think it took me over an hour, but feeling good, and hit the sauna for like 5 minutes. So I'll probably make a recap of the day before or after dinner. So catch you then. All right, it is, I think it's like 8 o'clock, 8:30. I don't know exactly what time it is. So realtor was not at the apartment that I went to go look at, and my girlfriend came to check it out in hopes that the guy would just show up. He didn't, so that really annoyed the shit out of me. So we even drove to check out another place, but it wasn't good, whatever. So we drove back home, got my dog, ate dinner, and now it's time to pretty much, I showered. I will prep for tomorrow, meaning I get my coffee, my morning all set up. And I mean, this is pretty much what a typical day for me looks like. I'm up very early. I get to my office very early. I work, so typically what I do is Monday, Wednesday, I think I said this already, but Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I do my fitness studio stuff, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I kind of work on my new company that I'm starting, and so you'll kind of see what that looks like tomorrow. It's just more work in my office, nothing, extreme or crazy, but I think overall, a lot of people glorify what being a business owner looks like, and not saying that today was a stressful day. It was actually a really good day. My sales team did really good. They both had 2 signups apiece, so that's 4 new members on the day. And a lot of it just goes into your systems and teams. It's a lot of the boring work. It's a simple foundation of business. So it's what I love. It's what I like to do. And yeah, there's not much to it, but through this process of videos, I hope you see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the small victories we do have. So that's the point of me making these, is really just to document the journey and the reality. So that's why I want to call that the reality, because it's not everything it all sorts out to be. And yeah, if you watch this, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow.